All right, so there was a couple of you that had questions on the task card activity. This is number 6. So I'm going to show you how you can start this one and get through it, and then I'll show you technically both methods in case you like method 1 versus method 2 better. Okay, so if we were going to do method 1, method 1 is where you have whatever's being raised to the exponent isolated, and then you rewrite it in logarithmic form. So if you look at either of these, you just need to pick one side and go with it. I'm going to go with my left side because I think that's the easiest. I'm going to rewrite this as logarithmic form. 4 is my base, so when I go to rewrite this, my 4 will be my base. 4 is on the left, my 9 is on the right, so it's going to be log base 4 of 9 to the y plus 1 is equal to my exponent of 2y. Okay, so from here, we're trying to solve for y, but the issue is I have y over here and I have y over here. Well, using your log rules, we know that if we have something in the exponent, you can move it out front of your log. So whatever is moved out front, since there's a plus sign, we need to make sure we put it in parentheses, and then we'll get log base 4 of 9 is equal to 2y. Now the problem is if I'm trying to go through and solve for y, I don't want to get rid of this parenthesis because if I moved over here, I'm going to be divided. And then you'll have a y divided by y, which still doesn't help me. So one thing that you can do is if you have something like this, you can actually go through and distribute to each thing. So I'm going to take my y and distribute and get y log base 4 of 9. And distribute my 1 to get log base 4 of 9 is equal to 2y. I need to get these y's on the same side because they are going to have a common term. So I'm going to subtract my y log base 4 of 9 to both sides. I get log base 4 of 9 is equal to 2y minus y times log base 4 of 9. So in here you can see that they both have a common term of y. And you can factor that y out and you're left with 2 minus log base 4 of 9. And then last but not least, I need to get the y by itself. So I'm going to divide everything by my 2 minus log base 4 of 9. And now my y is by itself, and you can just plug this into your calculator to get your answer, and it will match whatever was on the answer key. Now, it looks slightly different than how Mrs. Wagner plugged it in. She was the one that made that answer key that goes with it, so that's okay. It still will give you the exact same answer in the end. This is not the only way that you can do it, but this is the way that my brain goes. So if you can find something similar to do, you're more than welcome to try it that way. Now here's going to be method 2. So method 2 means that you have to get your bases by themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the log of both sides. I'm going to get log of 4 to the 2y is equal to log of 9 to the y plus 1. And the reason that you would do that is now you can take your exponents and you can move them out front of both those logs. So I'm going to get 2y log of 4 is equal to parentheses y plus 1 log 9. Okay. We still have a y on either side, so that doesn't really help us, but you can do what we did on the other side, and we can distribute my log 9 to both of these, and I'll get y log 9 plus log of 9. I need to get my y's on the same side, so I'm going to move that one over here. I'm going to get 2y log of 4 minus y log of 9 is equal to log of 9. You can now go through factor out your common term of y, and you get 2 log of 4 minus log of 9 is equal to log of 9. And then to get the y by itself, you would divide by that entire parenthesis, and you would get the same answer as what's on the answer key. So you can pick and choose whatever method works the best for you. You just need to make sure you understand the process of what you're doing. There's, I would say, more algebra skills in this problem than logarithm skills. If you have any other questions about this, let me know, but you will do number 7 very similar to this one as well.